hot yoga problems. Ow, I got them. Oh my God. Got them today. Got them so bad, my friends. I just got annihilated by a remarkable experience. Down here in the OBX Hot Yoga, my friends. Look it up. Ow. It is, in my estimation, it may very well be the greatest hot yoga in the land. I don't say that lightly. I've been to a lot of studios, but that place just always delivers, man. Time after time. Time after time. Was that Cyndi Lauper? Time after time. Dun, 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 dun. Time after time. I like that song, bro. I haven't heard that song in a long time. It's so hot. I'm so hot. And it's a little crisp and cool down here. It's April, and the weather has not yet figured out what it wants to be. The weather is like a teenager. The weather is figuring itself out. It doesn't know its identity. It doesn't want to be cold. Doesn't want to be like late winter. Doesn't want to be early spring. Doesn't want to be early summer. It's got a lot of thinking to do. It's got a lot on its mind, because the other day it was like 80, and now it's down in the 60s or 50s. And what I was saying is a very real situation. There's fog on the mirrors, bro. There's fog on the windows because I'm so hot. The body heat is just pumping. Oh, that place is unreal. They jack it up. It must be 110 in there. I gotta ask sometime. Holy schmike. I mean, dude, there's so many people too. Here's a fascinating fact. They only do 2 classes a day. 1 in the morning, 1 at night. So they pack them in, bro. They pack them in. Speaking of getting packed into a hot yoga studio, today was a first. Now listen, I've been in crowded studios before. That happens. Thankfully, I was the early yogi that got the pose. The early bird gets the worm. You know the deal. I got there and I got the back corner like I always prefer. I'm out of everyone's way. I'm inconspicuous. I'm incognito. I'm just doing my thing. Like a little ninja back there. No one can see me. But my goodness. There was a very tall woman in front of me. First of all, they have 3 rows. They're probably about 15 or 20 long. It was all packed, dude. God, it must have been like 50 people in there. No, that can't be. Come on, dude. You're very hyperbolic today. It was probably like 25, maybe 20 people. I don't know. 3 rows of 10. Let's say 30. Let's just give it a nice round number. But there's a back, medium, and front. So there's 3 rows or 3 columns, I guess. I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. It's like a Excel file. Get the pivot tables out. You can do some calculations here. The woman in front of me. So I got there early. I got my mat. I was nice. Oh, speaking of mats, dude, let's just like put a pin in that situation. I got to come back to that. But the woman in front of me was super tall, dude. Super tall. Too tall Jones. Too tall Jonette. I don't know what her name was, but she was a lean, lengthy lady. And that's cool. And we all have different physical attributes. But my gosh, this was not a problem until we did a lot of poses where you might impede upon the mat of your neighbor in front or behind. And my, oh my, did that occur. And I had to bow and give deference. I just feel like that's my role in life in general. I'm trying to be chill. I'm trying to not, displace others or have externalities or impose my costs on the world. But my gosh, we were doing standing, warrior 3s with your arms extended on one leg. Her leg was halfway into my mat. I'm not kidding about that. I staggered my stance so I could kind of reach up there, but I didn't want to touch her or anything. I never want to inadvertently just graze another yogi, especially a woman. I'm very sensitive to the fact that I'm already probably considered this really weird, chubby, old dude. Why are you even here, dude? Well, because I like hot yoga. It is not constrained to a gender. There are guys that can like hot yoga. Granted, most of the guys that I ever encounter in these studios are weird. I guess I'm weird now too. But they're weird in ways that I'm not weird, dude. They're weird in ways like that it's even weird for me. So like this morning, and this happens routinely, by the way. This is probably once a week. But it was very noticeable here. Some guy rolled in that studio and he was like breathing up a storm. Fucking Darth Vader in there. We had, like, oh, I will say this too. I'm not a fan. I think it's a Bikram yoga technique. I don't know if this is true. I'm navigating a little outside of my lane here, but you know, I am a trained yogi, dude. I have a certified 200-hour teacher training situation that I did about 10 years ago through Yoga Alliance. So I got this. I got the paper. I got the degree. But much like my law degree, like I wouldn't recommend you seek advice from me for these things. I'm just telling you, I have gone through the training. I know the basics, right? Where am I going with this? Where am I going with this? I can't remember. Oh, there's a specific there's a specific pose that I did not get taught. I think it's a Bikram thing. You put your hands under your chin like this, and you breathe. Inhale, exhale. Dude, the exhales, this guy was going to town. That was like a damn iron lung back there. I was like, wow. Somebody broke out the Hall's cough drops today. My God. I don't like that posture. My neck, I don't need it on my neck. I don't need my knuckles into my chin. Whatever the hell that is, I don't need it. I don't like it. I don't think it's a good way to start the class. It sets me off down the wrong path. And it's like, God, I got another hour here and I'm starting off on the wrong path. But it was okay. I know this happens from time to time. Ooh, I'm gonna race the UPS truck. What's going on, dog? You want to get some? I got a new car. I can test it out. You're not gonna pass me. You're in the ups truck. You're in the brown truck. What can brown do for you? It can stand there idly as I pass you by, boy. Woo! You cannot pass. Oh. Then the dude got. Oh wow. Whoa! Look out. He's impeding my lanes. You're impeding my lanes, ups boy. The ups truck, man. Those guys, they're legit. He's not playing games. I like the fact that he's going just appropriately above the speed limit for a large vehicle. He's on a mission. He's trying to get the shipments delivered on time. I need that in my life. I need more people hustling and putting a little extra effort, even if it means breaking marginally these laws. You can bend the rules. I mean, what is the speed limit if you don't test the boundaries of it just a little bit? We're 50 miles an hour speed limit here on, I think it's called Creosote Highway or something. Oak Croak. What's this called? It's the main drag down here in the OBX. Oddly enough, I can't seem to see a street sign for it, but when I do, I'll call it out. It's not Creosote. It's not Oak Croak. It might be like Crocotola. I can't remember. There's something. It's a funny name in a way. Funny to me. Not funny to the person who originally spoke it. Probably was a very natural word for them. Gosh, there's all sorts of side roads. There's little green signs. Those are lined up, but there's no corresponding name of maybe it's not a named road. Maybe it's a highway number. I'm at mile 4.5. So the mileposts are up. The little side streets are labeled. What gives? What gives? But yeah, this very lengthy lady in front of me, by all means, very accomplished, I could tell. She was doing backflips. She was, calling it up. We did the eagle pose today, which I'm not a fan of. I'm actually not a fan of the majority of yoga poses when it comes down to it. Eagle has never worked for me. The like right arm under, right leg over. Okay, sure. Spin yourself around, do the hokey pokey, whatever, my friend. It's not going to work for me. Okay, I'll pretend that I can do it. But then we did the eagle. Then you bend over in the eagle. Then you're like in a squatting eagle. What the hell is that? Anyway, she was great. She was doing all those things. I'm just sitting back there like a tool. But it was these specific, I don't know how to call them, like missile poses, where your body's parallel to the mat and your arms are reaching forward, your legs pushing back. And I got there was a potential for a loss of an eye, is all I'm saying, man. Like the optometrists down here probably love hot yoga. I wonder if that's a very common injury. You walk in there, you got a bandage on your eye. What happened? Oh man, it was brutal. Warrior 3, OBX Hot Yoga. Got someone in the WNBA in front of me. She jabbed my eye with her big toe. Now, I don't want to get my eye gouged with a big toe. I don't want to get my eye gouged in general. Frankly, my eyes are sensitive. And the sad part is when I'm in yoga, as you know, for those of you who are my loyal listeners, my tens of fans and family and friends and followers all across the country and intergalactic universe where you're tuning into the show, thank you. You know that I've said this before. When I take my glasses off, I'm blind as a bat. And when I'm in a yoga studio and I can't see, it's a challenging situation. But thankfully, I could see just enough to dodge the flying digits that were coming at me. Are toes called digits? Yeah, I think your hands are called digits. Your fingers are called digits. I think your toes are also called digits. I think they are all digits. There's not a distinction. Fingers and toes is the next level of classification, and then within that you can call each of them something specific. The pinky, the ring finger, the middle finger, the pointer finger, and the thumb. Those are the medical terms of art, I believe. On your foot, you don't quite have the same names. You got your big toe, and you got your pinky toe. I think that is the only ones that are named. That may be like your middle toe, and then there's other toes that just kind of sit there. Toes are very underutilized appendage, man. Like, we should probably work them out more. We should probably train them to be more capable. Because as I was thinking about this, as the toes were flying today, they were coming at me left and right. I was dodging. I was like, wax on, wax off, pow, pow, pow. Dodging the flying feet and toes. Oh man, good times. So it's about to get nutty down here, man. It's going to be a good time. It's been a quiet couple of days. I've been doing a lot of work, staying on top of business. I just published the latest, greatest edition of Raff's Brain Dispatch. Folks, the Raff's Brain universe is vast and sprawling and incongruent. Is that a word? It's sort of nonsensical, and there's a lot to take in. There might be many different points of entry. You might just be a loyal hot yoga problems listener, and that's all you ever want from Raff's Brain, and that's cool. That will always be there. It's going to be a staple product. As long as I'm doing hot yoga and I have a commute, I'm going to continue to record these stream of consciousness riffs and rants and share them with the world. Why not? There's no harm. There's no purpose either, but, you know, it's going to be a thing. But you might not know about the other multitude of situations, man. I don't just do hot yoga problems. I got Riffing with Raff. It's my interview stream. I got Walk and Talk or Drive and Jive. That's sort of like hit record, let it rip, just talk what's on my mind. So there's all sorts of very bizarre content. And then outside of that, I got other things I'm doing on different social media channels. I mean, none of this is very directed, and it's not a problem. It's actually the point. It's probably just it's the purpose. I'm not super strategic yet. I'm figuring things out. But what I did start doing 5 months ago, and I am proud to say I've hit the mark every month since I started in December. The first Tuesday of every month, I launch what's called Raff's Brain Dispatch, which is a write-up and link, tree universe of all sorts of stuff. Just what I'm up to professionally, creatively, personally, all my curiosities, my little experiments. It's kind of an extension of Raff's Brain podcast, but not really. I mean, I do reference some of the shows on occasion, but it's kind of its own thing. And LinkedIn is, of course, just one platform. So I'm trying to tease that or find ways to integrate those stories and the content from Raff's Brain Dispatch into other venues. So I'm working on that, because what I've discovered is, I post on YouTube, or I post a podcast, or I post on LinkedIn. It got a lot different reach than I post on Instagram, Facebook, or I post on Twitter. I'm just testing. I'm trying to figure out, are there ways to lure people into the bigger universe and constellation of content? Maybe they wouldn't like it. I don't know. If hot yoga problems is your jam, would you like to read stories about the talks that I give to college students? I don't know. It's going to all be delivered with the same bizarre, zany, discombobulated, poorly articulated, style. Is it a style? It's not even a style. It's a lack of style. And then I really start to question the whole enterprise. Because if someone asks, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? I don't have an answer for that. I think it's just a form of expression. And it's the sense that we're at a unique moment where we have access to all these tools, and we could be documenting our journeys and sharing information and just blathering and pontificating. And there's plenty of that. And, I consume a good bit of it, but I feel like just consuming is I'm missing half the opportunity. I think I need to produce. I need to be a supplier to the pipeline of doom scrolling content that might attract someone to stay on the platform just a little bit longer, just to get the algorithm tweaked a little bit tighter around their eyeballs. Oh man. Anyway, what I was saying is, I'm gonna have some content coming out soon related to the next couple of days, because I have a little mini high school reunion going down here. It's sort of impromptu. It was planned for a little bit, but now the reality hits. Code H and Nate G, Nate Dog, that is, D-O-double-G, or just one G, we haven't decided. By the way, they told me that I never called them this in high school, so I don't know where these nicknames come from. No one knows. Code H, Nate Dog, Johann Sebastian Herringbach, Esquire III. They're all coming in to crash at Duckburg, my little joint down here in Duck, North Kakalaki. And it's going to be a fun couple of days. We're going to go to the arcade. We're going to go to the brewery. We're going to go to the brewery. We're going to go to the brewery. Everything's within walking distance, which is essential when you're going to the brewery or the arcade or the brewery. Yes, whenever you're out and about, walking is the best. You don't want to ever, anywhere on earth, get behind the wheel after you've had any type of intoxicating beverage. So we're going to get our steps in. We're going to hang out a lot, have some good food, catch up on old times. And I'm gonna document some of that. I don't know exactly what that's gonna look like yet. We're gonna figure it out as we go. I got this new product, this little thing you wear around your neck called a Lookie, L-O-O-K-I. It popped up on my Instagram, and I just said yes, I'm getting it. $200, sold. The Lookie is a little 24/7 monitor of audio, video content that's always recording and periodically throughout the day. You wear it and you just set it and forget it. At the end of the day, it does a little recap of what's going on in your life. And it produces mashup videos and stuff. I'm very curious to test this out. Then I realized we increasingly are just introducing a lot of privacy issues into our life with these tools. So I'm curious, to connect with the looky community. To obviously, most people, are less concerned about that, but it's recording all the time. Everything you say and do, even the people around you might not even know they're on the looky. This is where it gets interesting. If you go into a setting where people might assume some level of anonymity and privacy, but no, the lookie's on. The lookie's got you. So I would just like to remind people, we're in a world, and we're already there, but we're definitely moving only one direction, towards much greater levels of recording all of our lives. Even if it's not by you, you could be an NPC in someone else's looky video, and that could come back to haunt you if you said something bad, or it could come back to reward you if, for instance, you were falsely accused of a crime, and this looky could demonstrate that you were credibly in another location when someone got murdered, for instance. I'm just saying, there are many possibilities with this tool, for good and for evil. But I'm going to record a bunch of content with these fellas. Johann Sebastian. What am I talking about? Johann Sebastian. Is it Johann Sebastian
Police
Herring
reported ahead.
Bach, Esquire the Third, Nate Dogg, Code H, and me, Raff, Rob Raffety, Raff's brain. We're going to be talking shop, reminiscing, putting on that nostalgia with a modern twist. I don't want to get too stuck in the past. I don't mind telling tales of old, but I also like to capture those with the technology of the new and blend it up and mix it up and pass it along to the next generation. Oh, I feel pretty good about this. It's a great way to start the day. Some hot yoga action. Thanks for being here. And stay tuned for a little bit of more zany content in the coming days on the Raff's Brain Network. The podcast, I'll try to get another episode or two up over the next 5 days or so, but you might want to check out my Instagram. You might want to check out my Twitter handle, @RobRaffety, YouTube, @RobRaffety. I'm @RobRaffety everywhere except Facebook. For some reason, some other Rob Raffety squatted on that and got it. I think it's some cat lives out in London or England or whatever. I got to track him down, man. It's my name, boy. I got the squatting rights on every other social media platform. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. I don't even use Pinterest. Snapchat, LinkedIn, @Rob Raffety. My name is just weird enough that it was available. But for some reason, some Rob Raffety out there in the universe snagged Facebook. And I guess when I first joined Facebook, I just used my last name, Raffety. That was a mistake. Clearly, I wasn't thinking about the empire. But that wasn't surprising. I mean, Facebook was like the first one to hit the scene. It was way back in the day, right? 2008, 9, maybe 7? I don't know. I got in when it was still just college kids. I was kind of on the early horizon there. Now it's a bunch of old people. It's funny how that changes, isn't it? All right, well, thanks for being here, folks. Always a pleasure when you tune in. Thoughts, feedback, welcome. Always happy to chat with any of the audience that finds this content entertaining. I'd like to know why. I'd like to know what I can do better and where I should be going in the years ahead. Because it's not going to stop. It's only going to continue. Until next time, namaste, mofos.